Hey, AfterBuzzers, you're watching the Burden of Truth after show, so stick with us as we break down the first episode. And did you guys catch that crazy punch? Took me completely off guard. Anyway, stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Bama, bama, bama.
Bama.
They are so good.
I love this remix here. It's so good.
Bama. I know. I just ad-lib to every song, making my own.
Well, this is the perfect song for today's episode.
Yes.
I mean, she's going home.
Yes.
We'll talk all about
Small towns drama.
Yes.
I knew I was looking forward to that.
I know.
Knew it.
Were you from a small town?
I am. Well, I thought it was a big town, but I realized moving to LA, it was a small town. I'm from Connecticut. Small town,
Wait.
Connecticut.
I am too.
Where? What?
Oh, wait, let's just
Yes.
use ourselves.
Oh my gosh, guys, we are so happy you're joining us. I am Paris Rose, joined by my beautiful co-host,
Mackenzie Payne.
All right, so we are waiting, cannot wait to break down this episode. But first, before we even get started, I have to shout out two of our followers because they're awesome. We have Spare Me Your Sorrow and Sarah Snyder. We were talking about how excited we are about this, this series, and they actually watched it already, because it premiered in Canada, and they said we're gonna love it. So they got me even more excited. I felt good after those comments. So thank you guys so much.
They're like our hype man over there.
Right?
Because, we're excited, but we need that extra.
Like that boost.
Yeah.
So, Mackenzie, tell us where we can find more shout-outs. How can they get on our show?
Well, AfterBuzzers, our network honestly produces after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows. So think about that for a second. From dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There's no better network that works harder to serve television fans. But we need your help. So we're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. That's not too hard. I mean, drama,
Exactly.
everything. We have everything.
Reality, yeah.
By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that is tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about pesky notifications, don't even worry about it because they're optional. You could just turn it off. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel and check out our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well because every one is amazing. I honestly know that. So let us know you did in the comments and we'll thank you personally on air. For now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk.
Exactly. And if you do subscribe, maybe I'll start singing my shout-outs.
Ooh.
Maybe since I like to do ad-libs and pretend I'm a rapper,
I'm
I'll
going to
try
hold you to that.
Damn. I'm actually terrible, but I'll try. I
You know
really
what?
will.
The effort is what counts, so it's fine.
I'm going to embarrass myself. I can't wait. But anyways, let's get into this because the show was, I like that it wasn't extreme. It wasn't a big opening. It wasn't trying to toss everything at us. So what were your initial reaction?
So my initial reactions, let's see. I love Joanna, the main character, the lawyer. That is she's just the coolest girl to me.
Yeah.
She's like what I would want to be. So if I didn't want to go into the entertainment industry, I would totally want to be a lawyer because I'm just I have such strong opinions and whatever. So, but I think she's so cool. Very, very smart. Is it her boyfriend that we see?
That's a great question. They have a weird vibe.
I think it's the boyfriend because they were in the house together. She was cooking dinner, pouring him wine. It was really cute. He's really attractive. She's beautiful.
Yes.
Very put together. But overall, I really liked like you said, very slow pace. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty hooked because I'm there's mystery. There's some love going. I don't even know. So I'm hooked.
I'm hooked as well. Because one, I was expecting her, she's a female lawyer. I know she's intelligent, so I expected her to be really aggressive. But she's assertive and firm, but not overly aggressive, not in your face. I was expecting, if you guys watch How to Get Away with Murder, Viola Davis is super aggressive as a lawyer. She's just it's my show, and it's if you're not agreeing with me, go. And I thought she was gonna be like that, and she wasn't.
And you liked that?
I did like it. But it was a roller coaster of emotions for me because she started out, I was liking her, I liked how assertive she was, but then she turned a little sketchy when she got that 18-year-old to sign, I didn't like that.
I totally see where you're coming from. It was sketchy. It was just a punch kind of to just, but at the same time, like, somebody said it in here, there's no emotions. You can't have emotions in this. And I think it was her dad that said, she's very headstrong, and she's, she just has no fear and no conscience involved. And so that was really cool, because if you think about it, you need to have those abilities to kind of just get your client.
It's true. You need to like turn off your personal interests a little bit. Actually, a lot. a lot. It's a job. It's not a personal thing. So I did like turn. I was like, all right, I didn't like that. It was a little slimy. She did that, but this is her job. She's not there to coddle these teens. So I understood it, but I just thought that I was going to like her a little bit more. I thought she was going to be a little sweeter. So
I think she's a badass. So I found it in my notes. He said she's no filter, no conscience. She's the perfect lawyer. And that's what her job is, and that's it. But I do think as the show unraveled, and totally by the end when she shows up in William and Associates lawyer office, which we'll get to, you can see that the ethical issues are kind of eating at her. Yeah. So.
Also, you mentioned her dad often, so we didn't get to see him that much in this episode. But what was your take on him? How did you feel about him?
Oh, well, there's seriously some sketchy stuff going on with the dad. So in the beginning, when they're trying to figure out who's going to go to Millwood, the town, to figure out, to handle this case, her dad was in on the meeting, and she's like, no, I don't want Joanna going. No, Joanna, you're not going. And he was very adamant about it. And I thought it was odd, but I didn't think why. And then when she's in the bar and she gets punched in the face, and all we hear from the girl that punches her in the face is, oh, you're so-and-so's daughter? David, whoever, forgot his name, but we'll get it. Don't worry, guys. The daughter gets punched in the face, and then when she's standing outside the house, the cop comes up. She's like, I used to live here. And he was saying, oh, you're so-and-so's daughter? Right. I didn't think he'd ever show his face here again. So it's like, we're going to, I don't want to save it for predictions, but like, we're going to see something's going to unravel there.
I love that. They're building it up for us. And now I'm so curious what happened, because one, she just disappeared after, like, for 17 years. What could have happened? Two, she seems like she doesn't know why people don't like her dad. And so,
she doesn't.
Yeah, she seems confused, although she did handle that punch like a champ. I've never been punched before. I don't know if you guys have, but I don't think I would just be like, oh. And she was so calm.
Oh, all right, let me just wrap my burger up and we'll head out.
And then, it was actually intense. She had a bruise. So I'm like, wow, she was so calm about that. It lets me think something is, fishy about this.
How hot is William, Billy, whatever you want to call him? So hot.
Honestly, you know what? I think we chose the perfect intro song, Sweet Home Alabama, because she has an option of two guys. And I feel like that might be the same thing with Joanna. She has her lawyer back at home, but then this hometown sweetheart, I feel like that might come back.
I totally agree.
I hope it does.
I do too. That's juicy for me. I love the badass lawyer. But, I would love to see some love stuff going on, because it would show us a different dynamic to her character that we haven't seen yet.
So. I know. Because she's been kind of, she did get a little emotional at the end, but she's been kind of cold this whole episode. So I'm curious to see her change a little bit. But let's get into this whole controversy, this whole disease and the vaccine. How do you feel about all of this?
So at first I was like, the HPV vaccination is what they thought was causing these girls to have all these seizures and these tics and all these different issues. But then they find out that it's completely not that. Yeah. Which was cool to me in the script, if I would say, because it was cool that we got this one big thing knocked off. So now we're like, wow, so what the heck else could it possibly be?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what did you think about that whole situation?
You make a great point. I didn't expect that they were going to cancel out the vaccination right so early.
Yeah.
Because it's episode 1, so I'm like, so what's the series going to be about?
I think that's the hook, maybe, right? Are we like
Yeah.
falling into this trap?
I don't know. And then I was even also surprised that it was even this HPV vaccination because it's a small town and they're in high school. And I know when I was in high school, no one was talking about an HPV shot or STDs at all.
No.
So I was just a little like, wow, okay, they are progressive in this town. But I knew it definitely, I knew already they couldn't be the vaccination. I'm still wondering what it could be.
I mean, we'll try and
Yeah, we'll
predictions.
try not to get-
It's really hard with this show because there's so much predicting to be done. But yeah, I think you're right. It's difficult. But going back real quick to the Joanna thing, just because this just came to my mind, one of my really good friends is an ER nurse at night. So she gets all the crazy stuff. She's third shift. And she always tells me, she said, when I was in nursing school, I loved everything. It was great to learn. But now I'm so cold to people and different things because I see, little kids being shot or like the craziest things like that you would never think of. And she's like, I have to just do my job and that's it. So, just kind of going back, rewinding a little bit to the Joanna thing, and her job, and I think she just has to have that mindset of I can't feel bad for anybody else. I cannot feel bad for the other party because I'm getting paid to do my job. And so whatever, but I want to know what other people think about that as well. So
it's a good point because when the younger girl was saying she wanted to be a lawyer, but never mind because she sees how terrible a person Joanna is, it made me think like I wanted to be a psychologist. But I took things way too personally. You're supposed to leave it in the office, don't take these stories home. But it was so hard for me to not get attached to these kids. And I want to be a child psychologist.
Okay.
So I was thinking when she said that, like how do they do it? It has to be a certain type of person to be able to just turn it like a switch. Like I'm going to turn off all my ethical feelings, like who I am as a person, just going to turn it off.
It's crazy. I mean, you can tell Joanna is that kind of person to me. She fits the part in every way, shape, and form. You know what I mean? But going back to the vaccine itself, I'm glad that we're finding out, kind of cutting things off on what it could be. I'm just so curious. I just don't know. I mean, that's the point. I get it, but it's hard here.
Do you feel like the people in the town kind of just wanted someone to blame? Like they wanted an answer, so they're hoping that it's this vaccination as opposed to really trying to get to the bottom of it?
Absolutely. I definitely think so. And the vaccination company, they were really nervous and they were like, let's just pay these people. But, the girls are sitting in the back of the courtroom twitching. It's bad. Like, it's really bad. One thing that I didn't really like was it is such a small town, and then we see the girl walking by and she twitches, and then these girls laugh at her and start like fake twitching or whatever and making fun of her. But it's like, if it was, I don't know, I just didn't like that. I thought it would be better if it was like more of a tight-knit community and they kind of just all were standing up together. But I guess that's life. I mean, I don't know.
I didn't like that part either because I thought everything was really realistic. And that part seemed like a Mean Girls part. Like, really? Who's going to do that?
Yeah. You hit it right on the head because that's what it is. I didn't think that was very realistic. And it stood out like a sore thumb to me. I was like, what? That's not slow-mo and everything. I didn't like that part.
Yes. It was slow motion. It's weird because I didn't even know I felt that way, but I was like,
Yeah.
What happened? Like, oh, really? She's making fun of her while many girls are having this issue. Obviously, like, she should be scared too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I didn't like that part. I also don't know that I liked how quickly this whole vaccination thing got pushed to the side. It was so quick. I think I wanted a little more drama with that. I wanted the court case to be it was so uneventful. She won, and it was like, okay, I should go back home now.
Yeah, I mean, she was on her crap. Like she knew what to say. She had everything. And it kind of just goes to show how weak William and Associates, that law firm is.
Yeah.
So maybe it's setting up for that. And I mean, actually, it kind of did because they need her.
Yeah.
They're so weak. Like she came in and stopped that injunction in a snap of a finger, pretty much.
Seriously. It's funny because William and Associates is kind of just William. He's just
William, poor
one
little
man.
woman. And now we call him Billy, so
Yes.
don't get confused.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
He's Billy. We're being so formal.
Yeah.
Billy. But yeah, Billy, cute Billy, is a one-man team. And I just, they're going to be working together now. I really just want that connection. But what did you actually feel about Billy, his whole character?
Oh, I think he's country boy, so hot. Like I don't even know. I just want them to have like a dinner scene with like that ends like with them together at night for some reason. Like I can just see him being so sweet, and I just hope it evolves into that.
Yeah.
But I know there'll be some head butting, and I don't know. But overall, I really think he's a genuine guy. He cares so much about his little niece. He's very close with his sister.
Yeah.
I think that they've had a past relationship, if I was to guess.
I was going to ask you what you thought. What do you guys think? Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know. I mean, live chat's up, so let us know anything that you want to ask us or any comments that you have.
Exactly. And I think, there's so much drama already with the people in the town. I don't remember the woman's name. It was her friend. Diane.
Yep.
What is going on? It seems like Joanna has a love-hate relationship with these people because they're angry with her, but yet they kind of forgive her right away type of thing. Like, she was open to going to dinner with her and just couldn't. It's like they're not outwardly mean to her, but something's
But they
off.
want to be.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's talk about the hometown thing
Yeah.
now, I guess, because we're on it. So, what do you think it's because she's from this little hometown that they just can't fully just hate her so much? There's just so much behind it.
You know what? It could be, as I was saying. So I'm from Fairfield, Connecticut. That's where I'm from.
Wait, I'm dying, everybody, because I'm from
wait.
Connecticut, like Colchester area.
Okay,
So
cool.
not too far.
That's awesome.
We're just finding this out. Something we should know about each other by this point. But
Well, it's a small town. It was a small beach town, but now that I'm in LA, I'm like, it's not really a beach town.
Yeah.
And it's hard. There were little beefs that everyone knew about, but it's really hard to shut people out completely, even if they move away, because you still like, a friend of a friend knows them, or families might still be friends. So it's hard to like completely ice someone out in a small town.
Absolutely. I mean, just for size, I graduated high school with 28 kids.
No way.
And wait, it gets worse. That was 3 different towns combined.
Okay, never mind. I guess I wasn't a small town.
I totally get the small town vibe. Everybody knows everybody's business, and it's there's no hiding anything. But when something big happens or something traumatic happens, everybody's really there. And I think that's what's happening in this. And that's why I think we really felt that the girls being snotty and being mean girls about the tick just didn't stand out, because I don't think that's what would realistically happen. Like we said, when I was younger, actually our house burnt down when I was younger in like 2005, and it was such a traumatic time. But that all the surrounding towns, because they were obviously so small, in my town pulled together. Like everybody was so supportive. That's all I remember about the time, not the bad part, but everything great that everybody did or said to us, and it was just so great. So I really think with this huge traumatic wide-spreading issue that's happening in this small town, everybody's coming together, and they're like, hey, you were one of us. Why what is going on with you right now,
See, I mean, the town is coming together. They are, but they're on team, it's this vaccination. It has to be something else.
Yep.
Because, I mean, the parents, even though 2 of the families did already agree to the settlement, they were already still on board that it's this vaccination, that this company, this big shot company is against them. So they are rallying together, but for the wrong thing, I think. Again, they're just looking for someone to blame. And I wonder if the people in the town already know that it's not the vaccination. I wonder if they already know that it's something like a conspiracy.
Oh my gosh, what if the dad knows? What if her dad knows?
That's a possibility.
I'm scared. Like, I'm actually scared. Like, I don't know what's happening in this show.
I know. That's the good thing. That's what we're excited about.
Yes.
Like, if you guys feel like you have a take on the show, let us know, but not if you've already seen it, of course.
Yes,
Like,
no spoilers. You want us to see it as you've seen it, and you want to get our reactions as they come. So
exactly. So can we move into predictions? We've been kind of dropping predictions already.
yes, okay.
Whew. I'm trying to think. You want to go first? I need to
Sure.
I need to
Okay.
digest.
So, ooh.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
Prediction.
Prediction.
Ooh, I like that. You sound like Dexter from
Thank you.
Dexter's Laboratory.
That is the nicest thing that anyone has ever said to me.
Best compliment ever.
You guys will hear I have these voices that I like to use. They just come out.
Oh my gosh, please do more. Thank you.
I like to do like this weird sound here. It just comes out. So,
so
you guys will see that. Yeah. Anyways, go out with your predictions.
I love it. That's so funny. Okay, so one of my predictions, I think, is that Billy and Joanna are gonna have some love affair. Okay, and then this guy, I don't even know his name, the boyfriend, the lawyer boyfriend.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna have a problem, and he's gonna end up coming into town for some reason. But my main prediction
Okay.
is that Joanna's dad had something to do with this. Because we did see in the preview something about toxic waste and all that stuff. So that's not a spoiler. But so maybe he had something to do with that. But I just don't understand because, like, why would nobody connect the dots yet? So I don't know. But I do think that this disease is going to tie back in the end to her dad.
Ooh. Do you think Joanna knows any of this?
No, I think she's completely out of the loop.
Do you think anyone is aware of this?
Maybe no, I don't. I don't
Okay.
think many people are. There might be, I don't know, not anybody that I suspect right now.
Okay. It's weird. I was a little on board with you that the dad has something to do with it, but at the same time, I'm like, how can he profit off of this, of girls getting sick, teen girls getting sick? I don't see.
True.
Maybe he's trying to do something else and they're just
Getting sick yeah, that's I think I mean kind of.
Okay, got
Okay,
you.
yeah.
But I just don't know. I'm confused, but I think also her somewhat boyfriend might also be in on this. I know.
Oh, that's good.
Cause he seemed all about the business. Like he was like really able to just be like, come home, you won.
Wait, why does he keep wanting to just celebrate? Like he's
Yeah.
done. Like, oh yeah, that's what you said. Like he just wants to celebrate. Did you celebrate? Are we gonna celebrate? Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. Like yeah, and then the dad didn't want him to go. Maybe the dad and the boyfriend, the lawyer boyfriend, or team. I don't know.
They're in cahoots somehow. I really don't know, but I know that the dad he just had a mean face. So I think the dad is in the wrong somehow.
Yes.
I got to figure that out. I do think there's going to be a romance between Billy and Joanna. I'm waiting for it because I don't like her boyfriend at the moment. So I'm waiting for that romance to spark. If it's anything like Sweet Home Alabama, there will be something. And I do think her boyfriend is going to come into town and stir things up a little bit.
yes.
I am wondering what could have possibly happened to make them just leave town immediately and not come back for 17
And then what
years.
about the mother?
Right.
We don't know what the mother. She goes, I haven't spoken to my mother in a couple years,
Yeah.
right? So maybe the father did something, the mother found out about it, and she's like, I'm not going to be a part of this, but why would she leave Joanna? I don't know.
I know, there's so many unanswered questions with what we want in a new series.
We do. We totally do. Especially in a drama like this, there's so much to yearn for.
Exactly. So, maybe the mom will come in. They did make a point of bringing up the mom, so maybe that will come back. Oh boy, I'm trying to think. Did I leave?
What did you think about the girls? Do you want to talk about their characters for a
Yeah.
second? So Molly is the one that fainted or had a seizure at the diner.
Yes.
She was the soccer player. And then Taylor was the cheerleader. That was the
Yeah.
first case.
Yeah.
So what did you think about them? Is there any weird stuff going on, do you think?
The weird thing is I thought that Molly and Taylor were actually going to be a lesbian couple.
Me too.
Because, you know, that little exchange they had in the soccer game, I was either they're sisters or they've got something going on. I was surprised to see they didn't even connect the whole episode.
Yeah, because actually it was the dark-haired girl that went to the hospital. That's her girlfriend,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that was a really cool way to find out that the vaccine is not it.
Yeah.
Because she didn't get it.
Right.
So how
Why didn't she say, well, I guess they didn't want to expose that they were gay, but come on, like you made them go to court for all this whole big scene and you guys already know it's not the vaccination.
Oh my gosh, that's so true.
Why didn't they say something?
I have no idea.
But they're teens.
They're
You know, teens. Teens are afraid to speak up.
just
But I
teens.
wonder, are these teens are they going to be a part of the series? Are they going to be main characters? Because if they are, I don't know. I'm a little cold and harsh, but I really did not like Taylor's character. I thought she was she's a teen,
Yeah,
but
I didn't either.
gullible, too whiny. Then
Yes.
I thought she should understand where Joanna's coming from, that she is trying to get to the bottom of this. It's not the vaccination. She's at least helped you guys out by letting you know it's not the vaccination. So
Yeah, and I mean, you're 18 years old. I just feel like you have a little bit more understanding of this just isn't in her realm anymore.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a lot to ask. I mean, maybe, I'm sure there are people out there that are like, she's so high up, she should be helping, it's her town. But at the same time, like, I wouldn't go ask, I mean, I can't. I get a lot of hate for what I'm supposed to say.
oh gosh, say it. Go say it.
Okay, this is gonna be really drastic analogy, but like, I wouldn't ask President Obama to come help me figure out why my shoelaces keep coming undone every day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's just let's leave him alone. We'll figure it out with the bigger people that we have over
Yeah.
here. And I don't think she should be penalized for that.
I agree. I mean, of course I want to watch this show, but I almost feel like she didn't have to help. They all kind of guilt-tripped her.
Yeah, guilt tripped. Yeah.
And I thought, why? And the fact that she gave in, I was like, you don't have to really feel that bad. I didn't think she deserved that. Like, I didn't think she owed them anything.
No.
So I'm glad that she's helping out, but I just hope that she's helping because she really wants to and not because she feels this immense guilt.
Yeah, because she felt so when she was talking after Taylor left, she said she took a bath and he's like, "Are you celebrating?" And she just was so off. And it's like, did that little weird, like, just minute conversation that this little girl came to you crying about really set you in a different mood? And then the next day you had to go to Billy's law firm?
Yeah, that was another thing that I was like, she was so strong the whole episode. She stuck to her word, and then all of a sudden this 18-year-old girl gets her to completely change her mind from one little speech. I don't know. It was that part I didn't like that much. But you can see that she was also battling with like how she feels, if this is ethical, and how she feels personally about it the whole episode. So,
And to be fair too, and to play devil's advocate a little bit, when you're a lawyer, I feel like you're very passionate about getting a case solved or fighting for justice, obviously. So maybe she just feels a little unsettled aside from the guilt that they're just throwing on her.
yeah, it's possible. And this is kind of way off topic, but how do you feel like Diane's character,
Diane, yeah.
Yeah, how do you feel her character will fit in? Because clearly they
odd
introduced
right
her.
now.
Yeah, they introduced her. She has a strong personality. She has strong feelings about this whole case and Joanna. But where does she actually fit in? How can she?
Oh my gosh, you know what you just sparked in my brain? There has to be something with her ex-husband.
Ooh, with Diana's ex-husband?
Yes. There has to be something because we've heard way too much about, is his name Derek, I think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she said, I'm a divorced mom of two, or most likely to be a divorced mom of 2 kids in the beginning. And then she said, are you married, Joanna? And she said, no. And she said, oh, good.
Yeah.
So that's 2 kind of, I don't know, like, you hate your ex-husband. Okay, we get it that much. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, no, I can't come to dinner with you because Derek's dropping the kids off.
Yeah.
So he's too prevalent to have not even had any airtime yet.
Right. I really can't figure out where these storylines are going. How many storylines are going to be? I feel like it's like Crash. There's just going to be a bunch of like 5 different storylines that's eventually going to all meet in the middle.
You know what I could see this show being? So House is one of my favorite shows. If some of you don't know what that is, it's pretty much Dr. House. He just solves all these crazy, out of the box mysteries, medical mysteries, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and I love it. So for some reason, I'm seeing this as Joanna's just this genius lawyer. She comes in and there's this crazy stuff. Nobody can figure it out. And I hope maybe it'll go like that. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool.
Do you think will actually be solved by the end of the series?
No, they need a season 2. No,
Maybe there's another drama.
Pretty Little Liars. Do we even still know who A is? I have no idea.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you said it. Someone, I'm so sorry, I don't know your name, in the YouTube comments, they said this reminds them of Pretty Little Liars.
Really?
But
How
I've
funny.
Never,
Wait,
and
we are
they
the
said
same.
that. Something about A or D. I've never watched that show, not even for a second.
I wouldn't suggest it to anybody because it's just a waste of time.
Really? Where's the
Yeah.
correlation between the Pretty Little Liars and this?
Okay, I'll tell you. So, these young girls, the friend like dies, gets kidnapped. We don't know. She just disappears at this one little party, and then season after season after season, we don't know who A is. And A is why we know A is because their friend got lost or disappeared. Her name's Allison, but this A person sends them notes, like harasses them, weird stuff. I don't even know, but
it wasn't worth it? That sounds, I'm like
no,
already
it's like
enticed.
17,000 seasons and you don't know anything. It just dragged on. I stopped and I don't know anything about it anymore.
Do you agree that it has like a type of, this burden of truth has a Pretty Little Liars feel?
The dark, mysterious filming style for sure. But no.
No. All right. I mean, I liked that it was like Pretty Little Liars because I heard that was like all about mystery too. And
Okay, yes, actually, because I brought it up for a reason, so actually, duh. Yeah, it is mystery and dark, just confusing.
And like, what is it? What's like the movie Inception? You think it's one thing and then it ends up being something completely different. A twist. That's what Lord have mercy. Yes, a twist to it. And so I feel like if there's a twist to this, I am pumped.
That's what I feel like they're gonna character play. Like, have you ever seen the movie The Life of David Gale?
I haven't. We were talking about that last time.
Oh my gosh. Seriously, I was gonna say, I mentioned on another podcast.
Yeah.
So again, that's what it reminds me of. That's what I feel like it's gonna remind me of. Where there's this crazy twist at the end. And if you've ever seen the movie The Life of David Gale, please comment below and tell me what you think, because I'm very curious to see if other people see the correlation as I do. So
Yeah, I'm curious too. And now I gotta check out this.
you have to make that your job because
We'll watch it tonight. Yeah. But no, it's a cool show. I think it's different than a lot of shows, especially on the CW. A lot of their shows are so happy-go-lucky. So I like that the CW is doing something different. This is I feel like it's a very ABC type of.
Hey, can we talk about the name for a second?
Yes.
What are you thinking?
Burden of Truth.
Burden of Truth.
Ooh. You know what? I've never even considered the name. Really, I've been saying it over and over. A burden of truth. So that means someone is holding this. Someone knows what's going on. But why do they feel like it's a burden? Or that's a really great question.
Maybe it's the mom. Maybe it's Joanna's mom. Maybe it's her dad. I don't know. For some reason, I'm just staying there.
Do you think maybe there could be a good reason to keep this truth secret?
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be some reason that even tests the viewers' ethical boundaries, and to would you hold it or would you not? It's burden of truth. That's a really powerful title name for a show. I mean, there's going to be a lot behind that. And I think hopefully we'll get closer to it as the season goes on. And you're right, this first season, there wasn't too much like flesh or like stuff in it. It's setting us up greatly, which I really liked. I like how we're easing into it. We didn't have to come in here and have a bazillion different things to say. So we kind of just eased in. I think next week we probably will. I mean, we obviously had a ton to say, but because we can. But I just, in terms of the storyline, we got a nice little introduction, and that I think was very well done.
Yeah, I like shows that have a climax, like that build up to it, because if it starts off with a bang, and so I'm like, oh my God, I must tune into this show, and then it goes downhill, I actually get upset. I'm like, oh yeah, tricked me on the first episode. You made me think it was juicy and it's lame.
Yes.
So I think that this can actually build up and like get stronger over these next few weeks.
Yeah, like they're holding something from us.
They are. Guys, we want to know what you think. We're really curious to know, what are your predictions? How do you guys feel about these characters? Do you like them? Are you attached to anyone other than Billy like we are? Like, who are your favorite characters? What do you guys think like is the meat of this? What is going to be the answer?
I feel like every week predictions is going to be such a big part because, and to be honest, I haven't actually been on a drama podcast yet, but after show yet. So this is my first one. And it's different for me because, and like some of you may be watching, it's so much thought goes behind it. And there's just so many ways your mind could go with it, which is just, that's why I'm obsessed.
Yeah. See, I've only pretty much done drama shows. That's
Really?
what I'm into. Empire, Scandal, Being Mary Jane. They're all full of drama. And I live for it. I really love these type of shows. But this one is really different, even than How to Get Away with Murder, even though it's similar things, strong female, being a lawyer, handling these seemingly crazy mysteries. But they're being way more realistic about it all. So I really like it. I think it's going to be good. I listened to you guys, Sarah Schneider, and what was it? Spare Me Your Sorrow. I'm listening to you guys. You said we're going to like it, and I feel like you're right.
Yes.
What do you feel?
I do. I agree. I think we're going to really like it. I'm like really excited for next week because I feel like the second season or the second episode will set more of a tone. Like right now, we inched in very solid. So let's
see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes.
All right, guys. So you can always, we'll be back next week, but you guys can always tweet us, DM us, like Snapchat us. Let us know. Let us know what you guys think, or just say hi. I get bored, so I don't mind just chatting with you guys. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Paris Rose, Paris with 2 R's. Mackenzie, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Mackenzie Fain, MCKENZIE.
All right, so find us, talk to us, stalk us. We are here for you guys, and join us next week for another episode of Burden of Truth. Bye.
Bye, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.